Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. About 5 topics for this video, mostly unrelated to Ukraine and Russia. We're going to have Elon Musk, who calls a Scottish politician super racist scumbag, end quote. And then we're going to find out who that person is, the Scottish politician. Then we are going to have Kylian Mbappé, the French football player who just transferred to Real Madrid, and he's going to meet Vinícius Jr at Real Madrid, and we're going to discuss about how these guys will kill one another. And they will destroy Real Madrid unless Ancelotti push them to the side. Why? Kylian Mbappé showed that he can do that. He did it with Messi. I mean, he did it with Neymar, and then he did it with both of them, both scattered, and he remained over there on a mountain of garbage. I can't remember who said that, but some people sacrifice nations and their complete nations for their own interest, and in the end they will rule over rubble, over nothing. I think that's what Kylian Mbappé did at on Parc des Princes and PSG. But nevertheless, now he's going to Real Madrid. We'll see. I have my theory. Either Mbappé will go out and this will be the end of Mbappé for about 5 years until he comes back. Why? He's going to be promoted again. Or because after Real Madrid, he's going to go somewhere. Well, again, he has to listen to others who are telling him what to do. So we'll see if Kylian Mbappé will be out and Real Madrid will survive, or Real Madrid will go down and Mbappé will win again and will rule over a, how do you call it, a mass of destroyed Real Madrid. I think this is what's going to happen. Then we have Harris, Kamala Harris. She fires back at Trump's, as they call them, false claims that she did not attract crowds, massive crowds at her rallies. Well, the point is, I have 2 articles discussing that and defending Kamala Harris's campaign and Kamala Harris in general. And my point is, why bother? We know that you can win with nobody. Nobody shows up at your rallies and you win. I think Biden was a example of that. When he showed up, there were 5, 10, whatever people. When Trump showed up, tens of thousands. I witnessed that. Tens of thousands of people. And Trump lost, Biden won. So I think in the future, if a person will be elected without any evidence that the masses actually support him, like Biden. That's why I picked that subject. And then we have the power of APAC, who said they will take care of the progressives, you know, the squad in the Democratic Party. They will take them, and they already took, this is the second one by one. That tells you again about the US democracy. And remember, Russia interferes in the US elections and the process, democratic process, not any lobby. Got that? I will show you this, how another progressive lost her seat. Why? In the primaries, because of money. So I know some people were upset with my video yesterday, but I don't give a shit because I think that's true what I said. This is the democracy in the US. You got $1.5 billion and the message telling the big businesses you're going to do what they want you to do. You are electable. If not, bye-bye. Next one. And we have a deputy energy minister in Ukraine, I suspect something, who was arrested because of corruption with $500,000 bribe. One bribe, $500,000. Who has this money, man? And I will show you how the media portrays this guy. I'm going to show you a picture of him. I will show you 4 articles that report this guy. None of them provide a picture of the guy, but I will, because I found the 5th one with the Zelensky son. I mean, with this guy being apprehended and his picture, and you can decide for yourself. So these are the topics for this video. So let's start with the first one. The reason why I picked this one, this article right here is not because Elon Musk brands this guy BBB. Well, we can brand whomever, whatever we want, you know. I'm not against that. I am for the fact that this guy claims that this guy hates a certain kind of group. That one. And this guy says, no, actually, you are a race baiter. But at the end, I want to show you, it says here, Elon Musk has branded Humza Yousaf, he's in Scotland, and I'm quoting, super racist scumbag, and dared the former first minister to sue him. So this guy in Scotland, he was the first minister, all right? So he did well in a country that is Scottish, because he is Scottish. The billionaire said, go ahead, make my day, following the reports that Mr. Yousaf was considering taking legal action in an escalating social media row between the pair on X, formerly known blah. Now, this is what I don't like. When I see Obama and Michelle Obama claiming racism and discrimination, and she was the first woman, she didn't behave like a lady, first woman of the United States of America, her husband elected twice as a biracial guy. She claimed that it's still racism. I mean, and then they appointed Holder, and they appointed others and others and others. And they still claim that. That really lose me in supporting their cause. Why? Because it's obvious you are there. Now, you are belonging to other interests like anybody else. Like Biden, like George W. Bush, like others. They belong to others that are the puppeteers. But when they say, well, no, it's still discrimination, back off. So same with Mr. Yousaf here, Yousaf, he's going to claim discrimination and that when he was the what? The first minister. How in the hell you got there? In Scotland, right? I go to Zimbabwe and I will be, my children, let's say I have a white woman or European woman, I equate them because that's the way they are, white woman, a European woman, and we have children, and my children will be, let's say, the president and whatever they would be, and they will say over there, well, we face discrimination, but I'm the president. You know, I want to see that in Israel. I want to see the first Palestinian or Iranian Mossad director or chief, or maybe the prime minister of Israel. And when I see that, and I see that I'm independent, then I might say, oh, I know, okay, maybe over there is the only Middle Eastern democracy. All right, let's go further. So why we pick this is because here, the exchange came 2 days after Mr. Musk described Mr. Yousaf as a pop and claimed that he loads white people, end quote. And we have at the end to show you how these guys are covering. This is like the Nazis would say, we didn't commit any crimes. No, Gestapo would say, we didn't commit any crimes, and you believe them. Why? Let me show you at the end. The last paragraph, actually, right here. Bang. The MSP has repeatedly spoken about being targeted by racist attack. That is the Yousaf. Probably he was. Toughen up, baby doll. That's how world is. Go to the police, tell them, let the law do whatever needs to do. Police Scotland, this is the Gestapo, received a deluge of complaints against Mr. Yousaf for the Holy Rod speech he gave in 2020, following the introduction of his hate crime laws. I disagree with that totally. So this Scottish guy introduces hate crime laws in his country. Against whom? Oh, minorities and all that. But dismiss them all. So Gestapo dismissed all these complaints against Mr. Yousaf. And a fact check, this is again the Gestapo, this is Goebbels. This is Gestapo and this is Goebbels, Reuters. A fact check by the news agency Reuters, they fact checked it. And we believe them because they never lie. Back off. Found that the speech has been misrepresented online to suggest Mr. Yousaf had been arguing that Scotland contained too many white people, which he did not. Got that? All right. Good. So this is why I picked all this. This is, who is this guy again? Let me go back here. Right there. This is the guy. Nothing against him. But again, you are where you are and you still use that card. Now, he is a Scottish politician right there. All right? That's not good for him. People obviously decided that the born in Pakistan immigrants in Glasgow, all right? So he decided that the Scots are racist, and he, as a Scot, deserves to blah, blah, blah. Remember, I am defending the right to say everything but about three things. One is incite to violence, create panic, right? And, trying to say, hey, let's do this, and that is a bad thing. You can say it, but that would be the law. These three things. I don't want more than that. I mean, maybe there are some little details, promoting certain kind of pedo and all that, like these guys are trying to do it nowadays, right? But still, until you do it, the promotion should be a little bit, right? But we have these ones. Until then, if I don't like you because you're French, I should be allowed to say that. And you should be allowed to say, hey, well, I don't like you, I'm not talking to you. That's it. I don't want you to go to the law enforcement and the law enforcement hang me for that. I mean, that's the path we're taking with these hate crime laws. Anyway, and hate crime laws, there's no such a thing in the United States of America like hate crime laws in the sense that I say, you're Romanian, all right, you get in prison for that. No, you can say that how much you want. How much you want. If I beat someone up and in the meantime I say, okay, that adds to the battery, to the assault, adds to it, to the conviction. That's all. Do I think that should be a thing? Small thing. Small thing in the conviction, not the big thing. The battery, the assault should be like this, and the fact that that person said that should be like this. No. Is the cat around? Somewhere. So I don't agree with that, but that's me. That's me. You can agree with the other side. That's fine. This is the beauty of free speech and dialogue, civilized dialogue. Now, watch Real Madrid pair Kylian Mbappé and Vinícius Jr. celebrate training ground goal. Isn't that sweet? I mean, this is Mbappé, whatever, very good. I mean, good, very good. Let's put it as a football player. Why do I say that? Because there are some people who really make the game and some people who score. Like, I like people who create the whole game and then they have others scoring. Therefore, you create the game versus a person waiting for the ball to be given to him to score. If the ball doesn't come to him in a certain way, he's going to be zero. Anyway, I like Mbappé. I don't like his character. But hey, he's a football player. What do I expect? I don't expect him to play piano and paint. So here is footage. Oh my God, I saw so much footage with him and Messi and what's his name, Neymar being friendly and smiling and then the pitch. This guy, go and watch some videos on YouTube and see selfishness right there. But anyway, whatever, I'm just pointing out. And this is Vinícius Jr. So this is the Spanish from Real Madrid, Mbappé, and this is a Spanish guy from Real Madrid. No, obviously this is Brazilian, and this is the French. Le noir. Le bleu, my bad, I just mixed. I don't speak French. Anyway, let's go. Harris campaign fires back at Trump after he accuses her of faking massive crowd size. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? We have an example where her predecessor, right, Biden, had none in his none. He had in the campaign, but you can't compare. And he won. He won. Landslide, the biggest election in the world history and the fairest, right? So next time, these guys will not show up in public to see the massive crowds because it doesn't matter. Trump showed tens of thousands showing up at each and every event. I watched them. Not all of them, but let's say 50, 20, 30, enough, I think, right? And that was in 2016, 2015, that time. Not anymore, but nevertheless, I watched a lot of them. It was funny, it was straight, it was genuine. On the other hand, we have a guy who was losing his mind and some people with some circles around in the cars with the bubbles, remember? And there were over there a few guys. And there were some guys who were trolling them. They were louder than the speakers of this candidate. So what's the problem? If you have 5 people, you want to get elected. That's the main point. Oh, you want me to applaud? It's like these guys want you now to not only say, well, you do your own thing over there, your ass how much you want, I don't care, whatever. No, now you have to show enthusiasm. And if you don't show enough enthusiasm, then you're a bigot. So that's the way these guys want you to not only say, oh, he won because he was the most popular guy. This is, I identify as kind of movement, right? So this is one article, and I'm going to go to the other article, which is the same basically. Trump is falsely, Business Insider, claiming that Kamala Harris' rally crowd is AI generated. Unfortunately for him, the hype for Harris is very, very real. All right, got that? Got that. Why is Business Insider so concerned with this very... Because Business Insider is not a news agency, it's something else. The same as others who say other things, like this is The Hill. Well, faking it. Is it true? Well, maybe there was a massive crowd. But the fact that these guys are quick to point out that, and you can find Reuters, you can find CNN with the same titles. That tells you that they know. It's like, let's say you are kind of like semi-retard, and someone said, well, I have doubts Emil could recite, I don't know, a poem, a short poem. I'm like, do you think I'm idiot? I'm a genius. I'm very smart, actually. I immediately, well, okay, maybe that's what you think. I don't really care. Let the evidence show. So when you are in a right location, you recite something, but you don't have to prove, because it tells me you care what the other guy says, and it's something wrong there, and it is something wrong. All these things with Kamala Harris and Biden being debacled in 1 week, it was programmed. That's my belief or thought or assessment. Why? Because they try to keep the hype, but the hype is going to go down because you don't have the product. In Romania, we say you can't make a palace out of the pile of shit. Din căcat nu faci palat. Right? So that means from a pile of shit, you can't build a palace. So the same, these guys are going to have, and I'm not equating Kamala Harris with a pile of that. No, I'm not doing that. I just think that she's a very mediocre, at best, individual. And it's not her fault that she made it. That tells us the system, how the system is created that made this mediocre, at best, person being the candidate and being already a vice president. Right? But that tells you how fair and how the system works. And not only that, it tells you the level of the electorate. If they would vote for something, and that's valid for everybody else over there that was voted in the office. If I go, I don't know, like 200 years from now, we're going to find out, hey, that guy was barely awake. That's the way it is, my friend, the level. But hey, we are sophisticated electorate, we're told. And not only that, we're told that 1/3 of the adult US population is educated, has a diploma on the wall. Education is not based on your diploma. It depends. It's based on what you know. I mean, you can graduate something and then be dumb as a rock. Met a lot of them with a diploma. I'm an educated person. I'm a highly educated person. All right, let's move on. So here we have The Hill. Why do we have that? Because of the inclusivity and being afraid to call stupids stupid. Progressive anger with APAC raises over Bush loss. Progressives are growing increasingly angry with American Israel Public Affairs Committee, APAC, after squad member Representative Cori Bush's Democrat of primary loss earlier this week. Bush was unseated by fellow Democrat Wesley Bell in a primary where APAC spent aggressively against her. They said they will do it. Just weeks prior, the group poured $15 million in a primary to defeat Representative Jamal Bowman, Democrat of New York. Both races taken together, APAC invested nearly $24 million to take out two of the most prominent black members of the left-wing cohort. So, I'm not crying for those two guys from the squad. I'm telling you, this is how the system works. And the Russians interfered Well, it's all legal. But you see, you can make crime legal. You can make certain things that should not be legal illegal. So the fact that you have these PAC committees and the lobby being so strong, so powerful, legally, and the campaign done $24 million they coughed like that, bam, bam, and they're out. What does that tell you? Money is more important than how people vote. I made this point in yesterday's video while I was on the beach in Luddington, and I saw some people were, I guess they're somewhere back there. And even if you show them this, even if you show them that you force them to read this, and you talk to them, they will live in denial. Why? It's like, remember, it's like right now someone will come and tell you, let's say, how old you are, I don't know. Let's say you're 40 or 50 or 30. And say, hey, you know what? Actually, your biological parents actually are not your biological parents, right? They bought you when you were about, I don't know, 3 months old. And you don't know it. What would you do? Oh, I believe you. Well, at least you would check that out. But some people say, no, I was not adopted. I was not bought. I was not adopted. They do not want to see it differently. So therefore, they will not look into it. I can't blame them. I give you an example, so it's kind of like tough example. So same here. APAC, and not only APAC, but APAC, if they can do this to these two people, and the Hill pinpoints who's who and what's what, shamelessly. And that's a threat. That's a threat to everybody else over there who opposes certain kind of countries or certain kind of interests or certain kind of wars of, aggression and bombardment and so on. You want to lose your seat, baby doll? What are you going to do? The system is as it is. Don't fight with APAC. APAC is just a reaction of a system. The system allowed APAC to be over there as it is. Not APAC. Well, APAC could, or the people behind APAC, did certain things. That's a different story. But the fact that the system allows that, like the Olympics, you have those, transgenders or whatever, male boxers, XY chromosome owners beating up women over there. It's not their fault that they identify, and there can be, in your own world. The problem is the people who take them seriously and legally put them over there to fight. That the system is the one, the people, because it's not only the system. System is created by people. You have to go to the people. You know the people. You can find the names. The names are in the record. You find them. And you know Gigi, Mikey, and you know them. Who are they? But they're not told. They're not spoken about. Well, why don't you take your telephone, do a little bit of click, 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 click. Get off the porn. Other things and check that out. All right, let's move on. So this is the power of the people. And let me show you here the people, the APAC. We have Deputy Energy Minister detained in Kyiv for $500,000 bribe. The reason why I picked this one is because I saw the face of this guy and said, oy vey, another one. So here we have, this is the picture with the guy. You see him? No, you don't see him. That's the reason why. I will show you. Why do you think I didn't show him to us? Why? Oh my God, but I have a picture with him. And we have the Security Services of Ukraine and National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine, with the assistance of the Ministry of Energy, has uncovered a large-scale corruption scheme organized by his deputy. His name is... Come on, baby doll, where are you? Alexander Kyiv. Okay, Mr. Kyiv, I don't have a face here with him. You have everything else but the face here. And then you go to the next one. Ukraine arrests deputy... Are you here, cat? Deputy Minister in coal mining corruption case. There's just one that they found out. And again, I'm looking for a picture. I don't think I find one. No picture. I'm going to go to the next one. Deputy Energy Minister detained. Again, the same picture. And here it is. There he is. Now it's up to you to look at his pretty lad and determine if you see anything there. He just looks just like me. Right? The same eyes, the same length of the nose, the same Weinstein characteristics. And we have this one, Kyiv Independent. Again, we don't have a picture on this one. And we have this one, which is the same as the other one. We have Shmyhal, the Prime Minister, the Ukrainian Prime Minister, right there. All right, and we have Shmyhal. There he is, right there. So I thought it was interesting to see who's who, what. And you can ask, obviously, and I could answer, why would they arrest Zelensky-stein or whomever if, nothing. But sometimes you need to cover them. Remember that Kolokovsky, is that how it is? I call him colonoscopy. The guy in charge of some sponsorship of Mr. The same kind, with Israeli citizenship as well. Going Kolonovsky, he sponsored Zelensky-stein in his campaign. And not only. He was arrested by Zelensky's government. Why would they do this? I think that was for protection, because he would have been probably blown up, assassinated in the wild by his people over there that love him so much. So that means they took him, put him over there for good keeping. I think the same case is with this guy. But hey, I have no evidence. I'm just saying. Maybe I have a gut feeling as a human being. I can say, my opinion. And it's my opinion. And then remember, where's Reznikov, the Zelensky-stein defense minister of the Ukrainian nation? Where is he at? Well, he was fired for corruption in his department, but he was clean like a whistle. Where is he at? Was he indicted? Was he arrested? Are you crazy? No, he's right there somewhere, lingering in their swamp, whatever they have over there. I think they have a protection. They put them over there, and if they get and maybe not, maybe it's the Nazis in Ukraine that really do this against Mr. Zelensky-stein, and Zelensky-stein cannot do shit because he's also owned. I don't know. We'll find out. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.